This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're back in here with Terror and Marsupial Mick. And we are all in the E50 murders, and this is after the nerf. So this will be our first chance to take a look at this after the nerf. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Now, keeping with our theme of the day about preserving victories, because there is a lot of things going on out there where the team is so focused on trying to do one thing or another that they forget that the win is the most important thing, right? And you're not always going to have to be the hero. That's something that I want to stress to you guys, because I am bad at it. You guys see my videos all the time, and there's a lot of times where I may have been able to pull a win out, but I've pushed too far, or I've tried to do too much. So this one's going to be a little bit different of a video. I wouldn't normally post this video, but I feel like it's got a good lesson behind it, so I figured why not post it for you guys and see if you guys will enjoy it. Now we have 3 E50Ms, and we are all headed to the city. Terror's going to be with us shortly, but he's a little slow. I forget, I think he had something pop up like right at the beginning of the match, so he'll be over here. Yeah, he's moving now, so we'll be all good. But 3 E50Ms rolling together is terrifying. You've got 105 mil guns that are just absolutely nasty. Sure, it's a little bit worse since the nerf, but you know, it's not that bad. And I can't think of too many things that are gonna. Oh, hello. Yeah. So you can see I'm being a little bit cautious early because I figured they would be coming after us, but apparently they feel like it's okay to give up this much ground this early in the match, and I'm not gonna argue with them. You know, if they want to give it up, I'll definitely take it from them. And you can see they have dedicated quite a few people to going down the tracks, which is fine because so have we. We are going to wait until we consolidate our power here, and then we're going to push out. We've got a Death Star over there. We've got, and you see, I like to scan and see who we got. We got an Object 140. We've got a Death Star. We've got a heavy tank that I haven't been able to identify just yet. And you see, I run out of room while I was side scraping, so I kind of screwed the pooch on that one. I didn't get a shot off on the Object 140 again. But we're starting to put the pressure on these guys. Being able to start damaging them and then just moving forward. Now you can see Terror over there, he's getting ready to move up. We've got a Death Star, but they're on the back side of that bridge line, and while I'm stuck on the house, or the building, you know, I'm a little worried to push out this early because I know they have 2 artillery, and I'm not about that life. You know, if you get out into this field and make yourself a threat this early in the game, those 2 artillery are going to put you into submission. I don't care who you are, because you've got no more cover. The best cover. Oh, come on, Spartan! Broadside on and you miss him. Woo! See, there's that Artie prowess. You know, playing Artie all that time has given me a deep-founded respect for those big guns that are just waiting to delete you. So, keeping myself in a position that I can stay Artie safe for the most part and do damage where I need to is a huge deal. So we're going to side scrape towards. Yep, we got the side. How do you miss that shot? How do you miss? It's literally the side of the turret of a Death Star. Come on, Spartan, get on the clock. You're not doing much of anything at this point. Now that the the Artie shot at us again. Now that the Death Star has pushed away and dedicated himself to watching one side, I'm going to go to the opposite side. And there's an auto lock towards an Object 140. One of my profound but not necessarily greatest moments. And we are jumping these guys. No longer a reason to hesitate. We've got an Object 140. Ramming speed! Uh-oh. That's an E3, folks. That's gonna tickle. Notice I didn't even look to see if the Death Star is gone. I already knew he was gone. Why? Ouch! God blessing E3s. That's alright. I'm going to get hauled down, guys. I'm going to get to a point where I can stay below the surface. Again, taking as much ground as possible, but protecting myself from the Arties as best as possible. It's not great, but it's something. You know what I mean? You got to do something. Now, we do get another pin through the bottom plate of the E3. Notice I've already switched to heat. I cannot afford to bounce rounds off the bottom plate of that E3. So, you can see I am not sitting still for these artillery to try to shoot me. It's not a thing. I will not let the Artie ruin me. So we've got a light tank jumping that E3, and the E3's in a good place to defend himself, so I'm not moving in. I want the E3 to make the mistake. And we are losing handily. But again, this comes back to the point where I was saying, sometimes you don't have to be the hero. Be patient. Let your team do things, and then come out. I know that if I charge at E3, he's going to hit me one more time before I get to him. And there's the artillery hitting me. So right now, I would be dead if I get hit by that E3 again. Luckily, the Artie misses the second shot. I'm in a swampy area, which is important because when you're playing Artie safe, if you can get yourself into a swampy area or any area that's got water, it negates splash damage from artillery. Now, obviously, if it's a big artillery gun like a 240 or 203, 210, or 230, those guns are probably still going to splash you. But the amount that they splash you for is going to be significantly reduced thanks to the puddles in the area. So keep that in mind if you need to stay safe from artillery. Now 155s and below, you basically got nothing to worry about. They have to hit you in order to do damage. You can see that second shot from the Artie hit literally right next to me. Did nothing. Didn't even splash me. So we're just biding our time. I know this is kind of a boring thing right now. Me and Terror are both alive, but we cannot go out and get ourselves killed. Because if we die, this game's over. And we know it. But our light tank is still doing his job. Our light tank's running around. He's trying to spot. He knows that we are dug in. He knows that we are stuck. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. I spot the E3, immediately start taking evasive maneuvers to avoid artillery fire. And you can see I'm going to even go forward and drive in a big line, and Arties are missing me all day long. Trying to stay unpredictable, not driving in straight lines, not backing up 3 feet, pulling forward 3 feet, that sort of thing. Just trying to make sure that I don't get smacked by artillery. And now, you notice that E3 was pushing away from us. Now, in my head, I'm like, okay, I think he's going around to the backside of the train tracks. So I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to get going. Now, our light tank is still fighting. He takes down the AMX 1390, which is huge. That's their eyes. That's the last of their eyes. Now, all they have is heavy tanks and a tank destroyer. And we know where the tank destroyer is. Now, we lose one of our artillery to that heavy tank that pushed down. If that Artie was smart and relocated early, he would still be alive. But he wasn't and isn't. So now's the point where I tell Terror it's time to move. Terror's already been moving up, and I know that Terror and I can work together and take down this E3. So I told Terror I'm going to go around the backside if you want to wait for me to engage him. Sure enough, he gets spotted over there on the other side of the tracks. So I'm just going to pull over and shoot him in the butt. Because he's driving away from us, so he's most likely facing the other direction, right? So wait for it. Crest the hill, and there's his booty. Hello! He's got 500 health left, which means he can take one more hit from it. And now that I've been spotted and shot him in the butt, I've got his undivided attention. And I'm not gonna lie, dude does something very, very good and almost disastrous for me. Wait for it. We're gonna charge him. He was just there. Oh crap, he's looking at me. Get around the gun, get around the gun, get around. Oh, we got it. Okay, it's over. Good night, E3. And then our light tank comes in and finishes him off and kind of takes my kill, which is not preferable, but he's dead. That's all that matters, preserving the win. Okay, so now we have 2 artillery left and this little heavy tank, M103. M103 takes a round. He's got 29 health left, which is unfortunate because that means that Terror just low-rolled him. But he finishes him off. Notice he had 29 health left, but yet the ticker said he did 30 damage. You gotta love it. Anyway, we know that their arties moved out this direction. Why? Because we didn't spot them at their spawn, and we saw one of them running over here. So I try to auto-lock the arty, and of course, you know, can't have that. Come on, Spartan. We get lucky, we get fortunate, but these are both auto-loaders. So we've got to still be careful. We do get the auto-lock on target that time, 341. You know, I guess that'd be an average roll. A little bit on the low side, if you ask me. But we pulled it off. We got 9 pins, 1 kill. Between the light tank and the 2 of me and Terror, we have pulled that out. Light tank does 2,300 damage, 4 kills. Terror gets 3,300 damage and 3 kills. I get 3,100 damage and 1 kill. So not bad. And are already pulling in 2,100 with 2 kills. So preserving the win doesn't always mean you have to be the hero. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.